Ram dropping a massive bombshell that has sent shockwaves across dealerships and truck lots nationwide. We're talking about dramatic price drops, major discounts, and incentives that no one saw coming. Whether you're looking to buy your first truck, upgrade from an older model, or just curious about the direction of the pickup market, this is news you need to hear. In today's video, we're going deep into the what, the why, and the what's next of Ram's sudden and aggressive price cuts. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's dig in. So what exactly happened? Ram, the legendary truck maker under Stellantis, has officially slashed prices on several of its most popular models, including the Ram 1500, Ram 2500, and even some trims of the heavy-duty Ram 3500. We're talking about thousands of dollars in markdowns, and in some cases, even dealer offers going as high as $10,000 off MSRP. Incentives like low APR financing, cashback bonuses, and fleet pricing extended to regular buyers are now all on the table. It's not just a seasonal sale, it's a full-blown strategic shift. Many dealers are calling it the biggest discount event they've seen from Ram in over a decade. The price cuts apply to various trims, including the Bighorn, Laramie, and even high-end trims like the Limited and Rebel. But what's truly startling is the timing. This move comes amid rising inventory, softening consumer demand, and a crowded truck market that's getting more competitive by the day. Ram isn't just making a small adjustment. They're firing a shot across the bow at Ford and Chevy. Now let's talk about how this move shakes up the entire competitive landscape. Ford's F-150 and Chevrolet's Silverado have long been neck and neck with Ram, forming the big three in the full-size pickup segment. But Ram has been quietly gaining market share in recent years by offering more refined interiors, better ride quality with its coil spring rear suspension, and now, aggressive pricing. The sudden price drop isn't just about clearing inventory. It's a calculated attempt to disrupt its rivals. Ford is already facing production challenges and shifting to EVs like the F-150 Lightning, while GM has been ramping up EV trucks like the Silverado EV. Ram's price slash is a signal that they're not ready to lose ground, even in a transitional period for the industry. Smaller brands like Toyota, with the Tundra, and Nissan, with the Titan, might benefit from price-conscious buyers, but make no mistake, Ram is trying to undercut everyone and dominate. In response, we're already seeing whispers that Ford may increase incentives and GM may drop prices on certain trims. This could be the start of a full-on truck price war. For buyers, this is huge. If you've been holding off on purchasing a truck, this might be your moment. These price drops make previously out-of-reach trims like the Limited or Rebel suddenly attainable. You're essentially getting more truck for less money. Premium interiors, powerful Hemi engines, and tech features that once carried a premium are now available with deep discounts. It's especially good news for small business owners, tradespeople, and rural buyers who rely on trucks but have been squeezed by inflation and rising interest rates. That said, it's not just about the sticker price. You'll want to time your purchase carefully because some incentives are regional or time-limited. Dealers in high-volume markets are already running out of the most heavily discounted trims. Financing options also matter. Some buyers may qualify for 0% APR or extended warranty packages, which can save thousands over the life of the vehicle. So if you're serious about buying, talk to your dealer now and explore all the options before these incentives vanish. So why is Ram doing this now? The answer lies in a combination of rising inventory, changing consumer behavior, and a shifting industry model. Throughout 2024 and into 2025, automakers have faced headwinds, rising interest rates, inflation, softening demand, and a complicated EV transition. Ram is dealing with excess inventory of gas-powered trucks at a time when the market is hesitating on EV adoption, but also not buying as many traditional trucks due to cost concerns. The result? Trucks are piling up on dealer lots, and something had to give. Additionally, Stellantis is betting on future electric and hybrid Ram models like the Ram 1500 REV and Ram Charger. So clearing space for next-gen inventory is now a top priority. It's also a sign of the times. Automakers are pivoting faster than ever, and pricing power is shifting back toward the consumer. This price drop isn't just about today's market. It's a preview of a future where brands have to fight harder to win customers, even in historically strong segments like pickups. Ram's price drop is more than a sales tactic. It's a wake-up call. The truck market is changing fast, and brands that don't adapt risk falling behind. For consumers, it's a rare opportunity to get into a premium truck without paying a premium price. For competitors, it's a challenge to keep up without sacrificing margin. And for the industry, it's a clear sign that even the most durable segments are not immune to disruption. Whether you're ready to buy or just watching the market, these are the moments that define the future of the auto industry. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss a beat in the world of automotive news. Let me know in the comments. Are you considering a Ram now? Would this price drop influence your buying decision? Let's talk trucks down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's not sugarcoat it. Ram isn't slashing prices just to be nice. Behind the scenes, this looks more like desperation than generosity. Inventory levels are swelling across the U.S., and dealerships are under intense pressure to move units. According to recent dealer reports, some lots are sitting on 120-plus days of unsold Ram inventory, well above the healthy industry average. High interest rates have slowed down consumer financing, and post-pandemic demand has cooled dramatically. Combine that with the fact that Ram still doesn't have a mass-market EV truck on the road while Ford and GM are heavily promoting theirs. And suddenly, this price drop looks like damage control. This is a company trying to stay relevant and financially viable in a market that's pivoting faster than Ram is prepared for. It's a strategy to buy time. But the question is, how much time does Ram really have? This price drop isn't just affecting new trucks, it's having a ripple effect on the used truck market as well. If you bought a Ram 1500 in 2021 or 2022, you might be shocked to see how much your truck has depreciated in the last few months. As new truck prices plummet, used trucks are being forced downward too. Wholesale auction prices are dropping, dealerships are pulling back on trade-in values, and private sellers are suddenly struggling to get what they expected. For buyers, this could be a blessing, a larger selection of newer used trucks at bargain prices. But for sellers, or people upside down on a loan, it's a harsh reality. Ram's move could reset the entire pricing structure for trucks across the board, and that could spell trouble for lease returns, refinancing options, and vehicle equity. Let's zoom in on the front lines, Ram dealerships. Many dealers were caught off guard by how quickly this pricing change hit. Some report an overnight shift in buyer behavior, with foot traffic and online inquiries spiking once word got out. Sales teams are scrambling to adjust inventory and update promotional materials. One dealership manager in Texas reportedly said, "It's like Black Friday out here, but for trucks." The frenzy is real, but it's also chaotic. Some dealerships are tacking on additional markups, even amid the markdowns. Others are selling out of popular trims entirely. If you're a buyer, now's the time to call multiple dealers, negotiate aggressively, and move fast, especially on popular builds like the Rebel or Laramie Sport. This isn't going to last forever, and the best deals are moving quick. One of the biggest pressures behind this price drop is the looming EV transition. While Ford is pushing the F-150 Lightning and Chevy is rolling out the Silverado EV, Ram's much-hyped 1500 REV still hasn't hit full production. Ram is trying to hold onto traditional truck buyers, but EV-focused policies, state mandates, and shifting consumer expectations are closing in. They've already teased the plug-in Ram Charger, but it's not enough to dominate headlines or pre-orders. This price drop might be Ram's way of saying, "Hold on, don't leave us yet." They need to keep customers engaged and loyal while they prepare their EV lineup, because if they lose that loyalty now, it might be impossible to win back when the REV finally launches. This is a make-or-break moment for Ram's future in both gas and electric truck markets. Let's zoom out a bit. Ram is just one piece of the Stellantis empire, which includes brands like Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, and Fiat. If Ram is cutting prices this drastically, it raises an important question. Is Stellantis in trouble across the board? Jeep has also started slashing prices, and Dodge is sunsetting some of its iconic muscle cars while transitioning to EVs with unclear reception. This might be part of a broader cost-cutting and inventory-clearing strategy from the top of Stellantis HQ. Analysts have already raised red flags about the company's U.S. operations being over-leveraged, under-innovated, and outpaced by competition. Could Ram's aggressive price cuts signal deeper problems within the group? It's possible. This move may not just be about Ram. It may be Stellantis throwing a Hail Mary pass to salvage 2025. 10. Should you buy now or wait? Now to the golden question. Is this the best time to buy, or should you wait even longer? The answer depends on a few things. If you're looking for a gas-powered truck and want top value for your dollar, now is probably the sweet spot. The deals are hot, and Ram might start tightening inventory once they clear out older models. But if you're curious about the upcoming Ram Rev or Ram Charger hybrid models, it might be worth waiting a few months to see how pricing shakes out. Also, with this price war just beginning, there's a chance that Ford and Chevy respond with their own massive cuts. If you're not in a hurry and want to keep your options open, watching the market for a few more weeks could pay off. Either way, don't go in blind. Know your budget, check for hidden dealer fees, and get pre-approved financing before walking into any dealership. One of the long-term consequences of this Ram price bombshell is the impact on resale value, which could be massive. Trucks have historically held value better than most other vehicles, especially full-size pickups like the Ram 1500. But with MSRP dropping and dealers flooding the market with incentives, current owners are at serious risk of watching their truck's value collapse. Resale values depend on what buyers are willing to pay, and if new Rams are going for steep discounts, used ones instantly become less desirable and less priced even lower. That's a big hit for anyone who financed a truck in 2021 or 2022 and planned to sell or trade in. On the other hand, new buyers are in the driver's seat, literally. Buying at the bottom of a price curve means your future depreciation hit could be less severe than those who bought in the COVID boom era. It's a tale of two Ram owners. Some are gaining big, others are losing hard. What made Ram such a beloved name in the truck space was its image: rugged, powerful, premium, but not pretentious. With rich leather interiors, aggressive styling, and Hemi power, Ram carved out a unique identity somewhere between a cowboy workhorse and a luxury tech tank. But slashing prices like this runs the risk of eroding brand equity. When trucks that used to cost $70,000 are suddenly being offloaded for $55,000, it can cheapen the perception of the product. People start asking, was it ever worth that much to begin with? Worse yet, longtime Ram fans might feel like the company is abandoning its premium stance just to survive. This price drop, while beneficial in the short term, may backfire if it blurs what Ram stands for in a crowded market where image means everything. Let's talk money and the fine print. While big discounts are headline-grabbing, many dealers and lenders are still playing hardball behind the scenes. With interest rates still high, especially on longer-term auto loans, monthly payments can remain surprisingly steep despite lower sticker prices. Some Ram buyers may be tempted into signing 84-month financing deals, which come with massive long-term costs and potential for negative equity. Others may face high insurance premiums due to increased vehicle value from add-ons or trim levels. Ram's deals might look great at face value, but consumers need to read every clause. Make sure the discount you're getting isn't just being added back on through a back-end finance deal. Be smart, get pre-approved, and always check the out-the-door price, not just the promo on the windshield. Believe it or not all discounts are created equal. Ram's pricing strategy is highly regional, with deeper cuts and incentives offered in states where sales have slowed dramatically. Think Midwest, Texas, and southern regions where truck demand was once bulletproof. Meanwhile, coastal states like California or Northeast metros may not see the same depth of markdowns due to tighter emission standards or EV-heavy state policies. This means your location can make a huge difference in what kind of deal you get. Some buyers are even traveling across state lines to pick up Ram trucks at bargain prices in other regions. If you're serious about buying and willing to shop smart, this could save you thousands. We're entering a new era of geographic price warfare, and Ram is on the front lines. Let's line up the heavyweights. Ram versus Ford versus Chevy. Ford is doubling down on tech and electrification, heavily promoting the F-150 Lightning and hybrid options. Chevy is pushing reliability and fleet dominance, especially with the Silverado. Ram, meanwhile, seems to be taking a more immediate, aggressive path. Price cuts now, EVs later. It's a bold move and risky. Ford still leads in overall sales, and Chevy has a deep fleet buyer base. Ram is banking on regaining market share through affordability while promising innovation just around the corner. Will it work? Too early to tell. But in terms of raw value per dollar right now, Ram might be winning the short game. The big question is whether that gamble holds when Ford and Chevy respond with their own discount grenades and when electric Rams finally arrive. With all this focus on price drops, let's not forget, Ram is preparing a new generation of electric trucks. The Ram 1500 REEV and the revolutionary Ramcharger plug-in hybrid are scheduled to hit production soon. So if you buy a discounted gas-powered Ram now, are you missing out on something better just around the corner? Possibly. But here's the trade-off. The first wave of EV trucks from any brand tends to come with higher price tags, supply constraints, and limited trims. If you need a truck now and want to avoid the growing pains of early EV adoption, this price drop on Ram's traditional trucks might be the smarter move. If you're committed to electrification or want to be an early adopter, waiting could pay off, but expect to pay a premium for the privilege. Some insiders speculate that Ram's aggressive pricing could be more than just inventory clearance. It might be part of the stealth phase-out of certain internal combustion models. With looming federal emissions regulations and Stellantis' larger push toward electrification, gas-powered trucks might be living on borrowed time. This could be your last, best chance to grab a Hemi V8 Ram before it's gone. If the company shifts resources entirely to the EV segment in the next 2 to 3 years, these deeply discounted trucks could become rare and even collectible among enthusiasts. Ram may never publicly announce the full end of the gas era, but this fire sale pricing might be their way of signaling that the curtain is slowly coming down. Truck buyers are among the most loyal in the automotive world. Many will stick with a single brand for life. But Ram's aggressive pricing strategy is starting to test that loyalty across the board. Ford and Chevy fans who were once unwilling to even consider another badge are suddenly paying attention to Ram's deals. At the end of the day, if you can save $8,000 to $12,000 on a comparable truck with similar features, brand loyalty becomes a little easier to break. That's exactly what Ram is banking on. And for existing Ram owners who paid full price last year, there's a growing sense of betrayal. In short, Ram is reshuffling the brand loyalty deck, a move that could have massive ripple effects in future sales cycles. Here's something not everyone is talking about. Fleet buyers, contractors, municipalities, energy companies, they all buy trucks in volume, and they're extremely price sensitive. Ram's price cuts could be aimed directly at winning back or expanding fleet contracts. If Ram undercuts Ford and Chevy on bulk deals, it could lock in thousands of unit sales in a single sweep. In an economy where business owners are watching every dollar, this could be a game-winning strategy. Fleet buyers don't care as much about brand prestige. They care about price, reliability, and servicing. By slashing prices now, Ram could rebuild dominance in the work truck world, even if margins take a temporary hit. Used car dealers are starting to panic. The Ram price drop is directly crashing the value of 1 to 3-year-old Ram trucks, making it harder for dealers to sell used models at a profit. A 2022 Ram 1500 that was valued at $42,000 just a few months ago might now be worth $35,000 or less, simply because a brand new one with incentives can be had for not much more. That's catastrophic for used car inventories, particularly at smaller dealerships. Expect to see more aggressive used truck markdowns and possibly even lot purges, where dealers send inventory to auction at a loss just to cut exposure. The price shock isn't just hitting new truck buyers. It's reshaping the used market across the board. Let's be blunt. Ram might have just redefined what a truck should cost in 2025. For years, we've seen truck prices balloon past $70,000 to $90,000, driven by luxury trims, off-road packages, and tech overload. But Ram's move is forcing consumers to ask, was it ever worth that much? If Ram can sell the same high-trim 1500 for $15,000 less and still stay in business, how will Ford and GM justify their pricing models? This could collapse price ceilings across the industry and force a reset, not just for Ram, but for the whole truck segment. If the big three can no longer rely on ever-rising MSRPs for profit, they'll need to innovate through cost efficiency, not just tech gimmicks. Ford and GM are watching this move closely, and they can't afford to ignore it. If Ram gains even a modest bump in market share from these cuts, Ford and Chevy will be forced to respond. The last time we saw something like this was in the early 2000s, and it led to deep discounting, factory rebates, and an unsustainable arms race that damaged automaker profits for years.